morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I come to you with a slightly creaky voice and a bit of a cough. Sorry. There we go. My husband had a very bad cold the other week, and I believe he's managed to pass it along to me. And so far I've kept it from being very bad, but it is still hanging out with me, which is not fun. But we're going to have fun crafting this morning. Hello, Christine. Thanks for joining me today. So I am Nancy, and this is how you can reach me if you want to. My email and my website that has all the information about my classes, which are available in person and through tutorials. And any questions that you have, any requests you have for things for me to do during my lives. I'm always looking for inspiration of things you'd like to see. So feel free to get in touch. Today I am going to be playing with this Country Birdhouse bundle, stamp set and dies, and then it also coordinates with the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So I'm going to bring in a piece of that to start with. I've just cut a strip, and I am going to stamp the birdhouse onto this weathered painted piece of wood, and I'm positioning it kind of strategically to get some of that really nice weathering to show. So I'm going to take a moment to figure out exactly where I want this to be. I think it's going to be in there. So I'm going to stamp in Memento Tuxedo Black, and I have taken one of our uninked stamp pads that's sold with the Craft White ink, and I have inked it up with Memento ink because I think that makes a really nice ink pad that way. The Memento pad, as it comes with its felt pad, works really, really well when you have very fine lined, detailed stamps. But for bolder stamps, the foam pads seem to be working better. So I have done that, and I really like how that works for most of my black stamping. So there is my birdhouse. I'm going to trim this down a little bit just so it's easier to die cut, easier to work with. And I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. And the outline die. And then I've got some of this Post-it cover-up or correction tape I'm going to use to stick down the die so it doesn't move around too much. And we'll go ahead and cut this out. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining me. There we go. And then I also have, I've got a different piece of the Country Woods Designer Series paper. And I've put some adhesive sheet on the back. I am going to cut some other pieces that I'm going to layer onto that birdhouse, if I can stop dropping all the dies. So I'm going to get those lined up on here. I don't think I need to stick those down because they don't have to be precisely, well, let's make a liar out of me. They don't have to be precisely in a particular spot, but they do need to be on the paper, so. Okay. I'm getting those back on the magnetic sheet so I don't lose them, because there's no worse feeling than losing a stamp or a die. There we go. So let's see what we can put on here. There we go. Let's see what else we can get on here. It's a lovely cough, isn't it? Okay. There are those. Now, these two circles. Now, I will say I haven't quite understood this die. I mean, I know it's supposed to go in there, but I'm not sure why it's got that extra circle in there. You know? Yeah, I just don't know. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to color that one in, the top one. See how that works. If we don't like it, I can always cover it with a die cut. then this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and I still have this. I'm going to cut out here. Just going to do that off camera real fast. See, what's the deal with that? I don't know what that is. This one I think will be good right there. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, am I just missing something with that? I don't think so. I don't know. If you have an idea, you let me know. Hello, Roseanne. Thanks for joining me. So here is my birdhouse. And I am going to mount that on crumb cake. And I have gone ahead and embossed with the Timber 3D embossing folder another layer of crumb cake. And so we're going to put that on. You could just emboss your card front. That is perfectly fine. I just happen to prefer it to be a separate layer. And that's gonna go on there somewhere. I'm gonna start building this up. And what else are we going to add in there? I am going to add in some flowers. Because we have had yesterday, today, beautiful sunshine. Yesterday was warm enough that I went out midday to run one quick errand, and I didn't wear a jacket of any kind, and I was fine. So we are gonna kind of celebrate that by dreaming of spring, even though it is not even close here. We're gonna make some leaves. There are all kinds of leaves and flowers. We're just going to cut them all out, perhaps a couple of times. I've got adhesive sheet on the back of this. See, there's adhesive sheet there. So we'll pop these out. And we'll probably do another run of them here. Go. can hear that Glenn has gotten on video on his computer, so hopefully that won't interfere with ours. I think with our new internet connection, we've been doing pretty well. Holler if there's issues that you see. So let's figure out some pink fleurs. Come on. Yeah, so I didn't get these all done in advance, but that's okay. These are nice, detailed die cuts. What's going on with you guys? We've, of course, I did my stamp camp this weekend. This is Daffodil Delight here. Stamp camp went well. Come on, get going. There we go. So hot. Yeah, well, hello, Arizona, summer. Global warming, summer, Arizona. Speaking of Arizona, I have submitted my primary ballot. So happy. Let's do another one of this. See if we actually manage to get our entrenched Republican congressman out of office this time around. I am ever hopeful, but always doubtful. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm going to just start placing things around to see how it looks like it might work. Just to get a sense of things. I think I kind of like that. I don't know about you. This is my press and seal, and I know I'm not going to get this all in one. I'm not going to put stuff down all in one go, but I'm trying to get a pretty good sense of how I like it. So when I've got this adhesive sheet on the back, you know, in some ways maybe I shouldn't have, but there we go. Thinking about making a stand too. Bring in that would be there. I'm going to grab another piece of another scrap of paper, I think. Go. Suppose I could choose. What do you think? Should I make it match? That makes more sense, doesn't it? We'll do it that way. Okay. Now what am I doing? I want that underneath. The things I try to do to make things easier that wind up making things more difficult, right? Is that how I want it? Almost. Okay. Okay, so those two are going to go together-ish. All kinds of regrets here. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to bring in this is foam adhesive sheet. Going to be enough. Think. I'm just going to run this through real fast. Be right back. I love this for the skinnier things that I want to be popped up. Of course, if I didn't, there we go. Mangle it, it would be better, but there we go. So, double-sided adhesive sheet. So, now, and then this I will put on dimensionals. Okay. And then I'll be able to add in all of my bits and bobs. So let's get this stuck down. Okay. Excuse my cough. It's the other reason we're dreaming of spring, to stop all these colds and what have yous going around. Okay, there is the birdie house. I know. I just spent all the time putting it together and taking it apart and putting it together again. I didn't say that my brain was working really well today with my head cold, chest cold, whatever cold. Okay, so you need Okay. Something like that. Let's get this stuck down. You sticking with me? You must have less to do around than I do. I feel like I'm being really boring this morning. Let's turn it down. I will say, when I wasn't doing stuff with Stamp Camp or trying to sleep off this cold, I have been totally obsessed with U.S. politics again, still. And hats off to Joe Biden. Whether you think he should have stepped down or not, he has at least put an end to the what ifs. And we can get on to beating Trump. Now, I do have the adhesive on the back here, but I think I'm also going to add a mini glue dot on that one. To help pop that up there. And let's see here. Okay, still going here. What do we think? Have so many little teeny tinies. As we used to, I think, or I don't know. Sorry, am I muttering to myself here? I know. I'm just looking for the right thing, you know? Wondering about these. That's a pool party. I could do pool party on the yellow too. Do I have a little bird? Well, I have a little bird. I have that little bird I can add on there. Stamp it out, cut it out, color it. Is that what you're asking about, Mom? I have really teeny tiny birds in embellishments, but they're, I think, too small. I think I'm going to do this. That used up almost a whole row. So I want them all the same color. This is where I'm hemming and hawing. Apparently I do. That's cool. You said yes. So I will stamp a bird. Okay, there's the bird. Now to color it. Just thinking on colors. This is wild wheat, white, to start with. Yeah, I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. Let's see what we got here. Yeah? Yeah. What else does it need? anything, a sentiment, bring it up so you can see a little more detail maybe. And of course it will be on my next blog post. Yeah. Okay, thanks for joining me today. I will be back same time, same place next week. And yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.